Who is that? Oh, what's
Came
up,
from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Anyway, say hi to the camera, Joe. Hey, Joe just stopped by from Arizona. You know, he's been here all week and finally made a stop by for like 2 seconds. So, because
so funny.
He has some new friends from Arizona he wants to hang out with.
They're from California.
Oh, whatever. Same
We're staying in a vacation property that is 3 or 4 blocks from my dad's house, and we've only saw him for like 10 minutes. So
Dad's house in St. George or in Enterprise?
here in St. George.
Oh.
So
even worse, he wasn't even in Enterprise. He was in St. George.
I'm a horrible son and a horrible friend.
Jeez. What's up, everybody? Garrett here with Deranged, and I know back in February or so, I went to Dumont with the KRX. It ran amazing out there, I think, in the sand dunes on stock tires with no paddles. And I also noticed that there wasn't much heat in the cab, and it was anywhere from like 70 to 80 degrees outside. But when the temperature got over 90 to 95 degrees and you start riding trails and mountains and everything, we noticed quite a bit of cab heat. So a lot has to do with the rear window, front windshield, but if you haven't checked out our front windows, do so on our website, derangedoffroad.com. They've got the big flaps in them, so you get tons of airflow, and that makes a huge difference, huge difference. I know somebody in the Facebook comments also said something about taking off the rear window during the summer, help that airflow out, so that might be an option. I could just pull the rear window off, run it for 4 or 5 months, and then put it back on as the winter time comes. But the other thing that we need to do is basically I am going to go ahead and wrap the radiator lines that run through the center console. We're going to wrap those, and we're going to also put some heat shielding on the 2 panels and on the top a little bit, and on the top of where the cup holders are and that come over the center console to knock out the heat. So we're going to show you that. I don't think it's going to be too bad of a job. I already have a lot of the parts taken out of the machine, so I'll take the camera over there and show you what I've got removed, and then and show you what else I'm still going to remove. But honestly, you can get to a lot of your stuff a lot easier if you remove everything on the passenger side. So the passenger side, I believe, if you want to do wiring and all that kind of stuff through your center console, I think removing it on the passenger side, you don't have to deal with the dash cluster and all that kind of stuff on the driver's side and the steering wheel and everything like that. You can do it all on the passenger side to get to it, and it wasn't too bad at all. After you do it once or twice, it becomes pretty easy. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll jump into it on the KRX. All right, so this is the exhaust wrap that I'm going to be using. This is the brand that I bought off Amazon, and again, we'll supply the link on the bottom, so just look in the description below and you can find the link to the Amazon and be able to pick this up. So this is your basically your exhaust wrap. It comes with the metal strips as well to install it. And it looks like it comes with some rubber gloves as well to wear, so that's good. And the instructions. So this, honestly, looking at it and the way that I have it set up and taken apart, it should not be too bad at all to wrap those 2 lines from the firewall all the way down as far as I can go underneath the center console, and then we'll call it good. So I'm just trying to get the heat out of the front area as much as possible. So that's the area that we're going to wrap. Again, the link of everything we use in these videos will always be in the description below. Just click on them. If you click on the link through Amazon, it will support our channel, and we get a little bit of that from Amazon when you buy something through those links. So check them out below, and we'll have all the different things that we use to get these videos done. Also, any of our installation videos that we have out right now too, they all have links. You can click on them. And if there's a link that's not currently working anymore because the product changes or the price changes, let us know and we'll get on there and try to put a new link. But a lot of times too, when you're watching videos that have been posted like a year ago, you'll find out that the links, you'll click on them, they'll work, but the price is a lot different. And that is just changing. Things are getting more expensive at times. So, all right, so check it out on Amazon. So the key is if you remove all of the passenger side stuff first, you will actually not have to remove or loosen up the whole dash area at all. I was able to get all that out and then get this panel undone and then slide it right out the back. So that made it way easier. I'll slide it right back in. Remember, after you get out all the little plastic rivets, you will have the 2 bolts that you have to take out that hold the gas pedal in order to get it out, or at least loosen it up. I took it all the way off because it was a lot easier to slide out that way. And then that also helped me so I didn't have to mess with this dash part on the driver's side. Now I have access to everything I need when it comes to wrapping those lines and redoing some of the wire I had before because I took it apart so much more now. And then also adding the new comm system and all that kind of stuff I'm going to be wiring as well on my next future videos. And if you haven't already, I also want to make mention, if you guys haven't checked out our floor drains, you need to. They're simple to put in. They use 1 bolt, no drilling into your plastic, so if you ever wanted to remove them for some reason, you could, and you won't have the holes left over. So check those out. They sit right there. Screw right in, nice and sturdy, easy to use, easy to put in, literally installs in less than like a minute. So check those out on our website, pretty cool. Okay, so we're gonna get started with this wrap. So in order to put the exhaust wrap on, you're gonna want some water to spray on it as you wrap. So we're gonna start with one side first and go all the way up to here. The box, like I said, comes with these metal fasteners and a set of gloves because it is fiberglass. So you are gonna wanna wear some gloves as you're doing it. Get this open. Get the gloves on. That's basically the gist of it. We'll go ahead and finish up the rest. We'll go all the way up here and then we'll do the second hose, and I'm hoping if I have enough material I'll start here and come back down. So we'll wrap them both twice, call it good, get some insulation in on the plastic before it gets installed back, but before that I'll do another video of doing some wiring and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so I had to bring everything in tonight because it's still like 100 degrees outside and freaking hot. So I covered our dining room table, so I'm sure she's gonna love that. But I'm gonna put all the heat shielding and stuff on the plastics now. So I went outside and got them all cleaned. I also pulled off all of the original OEM padding. So here's a little tip for you. So make sure after you pull these off, when you clean your panels, keep them, because you can trace them on the new Cool It Tech Mat stuff that I'm going to be installing on the plastics. So you'll be able to trace this out, cut it, and then you can stick it right in here just like it was before, and then also to get most of your designs out of it. I kept all the pads so I can just trace those. So I went ahead and cleaned everything right before I add the thermal shield stuff on it. I'm gonna actually use alcohol. I've got a little roller to help roll it down nice and tight if I need to, scissors, got a little Sharpie thing. But yeah, so we're gonna jump right into it and get all the thermal stuff installed on the plastics. But like I said, if you keep these, you can use them to trace out, which will really help, because you have to be careful that you don't put the thermal stuff also everywhere where you have holes. It might be really hard to put back together if you coated everything. In here, you want to make sure that your holes are cut out and everything, so you're able to put your push pins back in or your screws. So I am going to use these paddings on the existing panels a lot to trace most of what I need to do, plus add maybe a little bit extra. So we'll go ahead and jump into that now. I've got all the panels and we'll get going. All right guys, so I'm starting to throw the panels back on to the KRX. So as you can see, I have the thermal wrap and the exhaust wrap. And then what we will do is we will get temperature readings with the stock KRX, and we'll head out on a little ride after I get this all wrapped up. But as you can see, I got a lot of wires going in. I'm getting that all taken care of right now as I put the panels back for another video. You guys are gonna have to check out our new lighted whips and strips that I'm using, and also our intercom setup. So we'll get that in on the next video, but right now it's just getting all this stuff installed back, all the panels, so I can get the rest of the wiring finished, and we'll be ready to go.